Hey everyone, Matt from Workshop Tinkers here. Today, going to talk about chainmail. I learned how to do chainmail a few years ago, actually closer to like 5, 6, 7 years ago, because I got really bored one winter, so I figured since I have spent so much time learning how to, I might as well show you guys. What I'm working on today is make another one of these. It's a bracelet for my wife, and she's obviously been wearing it quite a bit. It's starting to wear away, so I think she likes it. But it's made out of small anodized aluminum rings. I've got two different colors I'm going to make it out of. But I'm going to show you quickly first how to make chain. There's a couple different ways. One I use is called speed chain. I don't know who made it up. I found it online. And it's you close half the rings, you put 4 rings on a single ring, so it would look rather like, or if I can get it to balance right, rather like that. Actually, hold on, if I can actually get these to open up a little bit, there it goes. Okay, I'm not closing these up real well because these are my smallest, most delicate pliers. So, but 4 rings on a ring. You lay it out. I lay it out. There's different ways of doing it. Everyone has their own way. Lay it out, and then you take another 3 rings. You have one that, if you do it like this, so it's open. Find it where it went ping to. Found it. Got it. Okay. Sorry about that. 1, 2, and then you weave this on the last 2 and close it up, and you've got the beginning of a chain. Now you make this as long, once you get it to lay flat again. This first time it's hard to get it to lay flat sometimes. There it goes. You make that as long as you want. I usually do chunks of 10 just because it's easiest to count. And then you go put 2 of them side by side and weave them together with 1 more row. And keep going that. This is called 4-in-1 European. There's a 4-in-1 Japanese that's completely different. I don't do Japanese just because it's finicky, but it's faster and I haven't figured out how to get faster out of it. But that's basics of chainmail. So I'm going to shut up and just make a second one of these. I will explain later on some of the issues I can run into. So if anybody's curious, I buy this in here it is, packets. You can see right there. It's called theringlord.com. They don't have stuff like this anymore. This is mild steel. They don't sell mild steel anymore, but they have aluminum, titanium, neodymium, silver, gold, plastic, whole bunch of stuff, whole bunch of fun stuff. And it's all really high quality, really good, really nice for actually making stuff out of. So I'm going to be working with this clasp here. It's magnetic, just goes in the opening and there's a magnet in the end, keeps it from going. It's actually a little bent. I need a, there it goes. Okay, that's better. Tighter fit now. The only tricky part is I don't have the rings that go into these holes and attach here. If you can see here, I actually made that from an old black spring that I found somewhere from some piece of electronics that I destroyed at some point. So I'm hoping that I can find some somewhere and be able to reuse it. But other than that, I'm going to be quiet. What I'm doing is going to do an alternating pattern, so some of it will be light. What is this? I don't even remember what they call. Let's see what's the color called. It is. Doesn't tell me the color. So these are saw cut anodized aluminum, 16 gauge, 1/4 inch inside diameter, And if you can see that SW or SXAA1614 is the part number for the light stuff. The other one is SXAA16. That's the same number, isn't it? Don't know. It might be called because of the same size, but they're different colors. So what I'm going to start with is the black is going to be my connecting. So I'm just going to close a whole bunch of these. I want to say they're titanium colored, but they're probably called something like light gray. They look very similar to a very light titanium. Definitely darker than tungsten, which is... No, actually it's almost the exact same color as tungsten. Tungsten carbide. Either way. Okay, good enough for now. What I'm going to do is start my speed chain. So the total amount I'm going to do is one speed chain plus an extra row of this length, because this fits her wrist really well. I want to keep it the same size, so I'm just going to keep doing the same as what I figured out when I made that one. Crud. So I just realized these are cutting wild in the other direction that I like, because I usually use my left hand to thread for some reason, even though I'm right-handed. Here, I'll show you. I'm pretty sure they're backwards, because then you're supposed to wind it through there, but now I have to take my right hand. These are very finicky, they're so small. I just lost it, dropped it. I dropped the whole thing. Fantastic. Okay, so when you're doing this part, you have to make sure that the links are lying flat, or else the whole thing's not going to work. Okay, first set there, I think. Nope, see, that's backwards. See how they link together like that? That's great for decorative chain, but I'm making 4-in-1 chain mail, which the one link is backwards is what that means. Let's see if I can fix that. So I'm going to pull that off, and then this is why I like it laying down, so I can fix it. Get off. Okay. So what you see is it's going down through. I might just go through there before loading them up. Yeah, there. Okay. Come here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that one's better. See, now that when you pull it straight, it wants to have those go out kind of like wings. That's better. As I said, show you a bigger set. They go out like that. You can see kind of the profile you're looking for. As I said, I think they're backwards. That's a closed one. Great. Yeah, they're backwards from what I like. These are my hand wound ones. I do them in chains like that, cut them apart. So they're the correct size, the correct direction. This other one's going to throw me off. Oh well, I'll work through it. Or I could just fix it like that. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I got the correct length here now. So that's a speed chain. That's one link. I've got 23 sets on there. 23 outer edge, 22 inner, whatever, close enough. So I've now got to start bringing it out to the correct width. I found I can use this side perfectly well. I just have to, it's a little finicky. I should have just started from the other side. Okay, so I have to work from the top edge instead of my used to bottom edge. I'm having to remember most of the stuff. It's been a little while since I've done any chain. But here's what well, this is still a type of speed chain. Otherwise, non-speed chain, you'd add a single link at a time. Every single one of them is opened. And historically, it's questionable which one's right. They don't know. At least as far as my research could tell. Did I just mess that up? I might have just messed... No, it's fine. Yep, there it goes. Okay. But here's the tricky part now. From every single one, I'm adding one new link to 3 existing links. It's a little tricky. This is where, truthfully, a single link addition might be faster, but I've already closed up all the silvery rings, so I'm going to stick with this. And yeah, there it goes, like that. Bigger rings are much easier, I will say. There, you can see the chain starting to form. It's usually a lot easier with speed chain to have 2 complete sets, but I don't want it that wide because I want it only this wide because it fits best, we've found. But yeah, okay. But you'll watch a bit more. If my camera dies again, I'll show you after it's done. And there we go, finished bracelet. All I have to do is figure out how to get those back on again. That'll take me too long. So there you go. Have a good day. See you next time.